Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Yilkes Zumunchi Bitrus, your regular animal scientist. Today we shall be talking on biosecurity. Biosecurity. Is this the first time you are hearing biosecurity? What is biosecurity? Please sit back as you listen to what I am going to share with you. Details of biosecurity. Biosecurity simply means all measure employed to safeguard your farm. All activities you do to prevent your farm from being contaminated is called biosecurity. As simple as that. You have invested a lot of money. So all measures you take to keep your farm so that disease will not come and wipe them away or other things is called biosecurity. So I'm going to highlight some tips on biosecurity so that you will know and take note of them, because most farmers are ignorant on it. Number one, you need to fence your farm. Fencing. So your farm needs fencing. You need to fence it. Your farm needs fence rather. Fencing makes you be free from animal and human traffic as well. It safeguards and controls movement. So you secured all that you have. That is as simple as that. Number two, employ the use of disinfection and fumigation. Disinfection, what does that mean? Make sure all cars coming, you disinfect them. Use disinfectant to spray. Use food dip at all entrance if possible. So these are measures. Point number three, government policy. What is government policy? There could be laws ignited by the government, stringent laws to help. Example, farmer A who have so many diseases in his farm, and he says, let me just sell this bird so that I will rest and change or start another flock. You find out that he calls these people that come to buy, and they come with their van. Most often times their van are usually open. So they come with their open van, pick those stocks, and that is how they journey from the farm to wherever they are going. Sometimes they pass through states, local governments, and the rest. I'm such an example. So you find out that wherever these people journeyed or passed through, they are likely to spread these diseases. You and I cannot control them. So it is the work of the government to ensure that they bring out or they come up with laws that will help farmers. What of the manure? They'll come and pick manure. Sometimes it's an infected farm and the farmer sells his manure. So wherever such people pass with it, that's how they will succeed in passing and in sharing all these things to the farmers, spreading them. Please, that is where government policy is very important to us. Point number four, I'm talking of culling and quarantine. What does that mean? You isolate sick animals and treat them separately before you reinstitute them to the flock. And all animals coming newly to your farm, all stocks, make sure you quarantine them before you introduce them to the main flock. Do you understand that? Number five, check the activities of the vet personnel. Yes. Oftentimes this one is neglected, but I'm talking from experience. Your animal scientists that come to your farm, your workers, animal practitioners, they come for debeaking, come for this vaccination or the other. You control them, you check them. How do you check them? Sometimes they come from farm A, finishing from farm A, and they move to farm B. And most often times, they come to you with the same clothes they have used in farm A, the same debeaker, for example, they just finished debeaking from farm A, and they zoom to your farm So check the activities, very important. Please control this. Point number 6, make sure you track record of all visitors in your farm. Very important. You have the record keeping of who visit your farm so that you could understand or track any eventuality. Number 7, leftover vaccines. I'm going to discuss about vaccines here, little. Sometimes you come and give Gumboro vaccine to your birds. Oftentimes you called us and said, sir, they have not finished. Can I pour it and put clean water? It is about 3-4 hours now that I've put this. We say it's okay. You can do that because maybe the vaccine has already been denatured. It has lost its potency. Now, don't carry such vaccine and throw it in your compound. Yes, most of these vaccines are live vaccines. They are not killed. They are live vaccines. So that is where sometimes you find out that sooner or later your birds come down with Gumboro. Despite giving the vaccine, you see them coming down with Gumboro failure because of such activities. Very important, please. Point number 8, you must check their workers' activities. You must check the activities of your workers. What do I mean by that? Make sure activities of your workers, you check where they entered. Let them not be visiting different farms before they come to your farm, or in your absence. They said, let me go and greet my tribal person that comes from the same village with me, that works in the nearby poultry. So sometimes he goes to farm A and comes to you, back to your farm. You check the activities, check their personal private work. Yes, these are some of the things. Make sure in the activities of your workers again, you restrict someone who is handling an infected pen from entering flock that is healthy. Their lab coats, their coveralls that they wear, make sure they don't share it. Make sure after work they wash it thoroughly for tomorrow usage. Please ensure you understand this. It's very important. It's a key, very important key to biosecurity in your farm. Point number 9, make sure you don't burn carcass in your farm. Do you know carcass? I mean your dead animals. Employ the use of incinerators. Take them outside your farm. Some of these things, they don't putrefy easily. They don't go into, they don't just go and dissolve in the sand, in the ground, easily like that. Yes, some of them stay for long that scavengers can come and pull them and exhume them. And before you know it, that's how a dog, example, can carry it and run to point B to eat it. And that's how he will spread the disease. Before you know it, it keeps spreading. So make sure your incinerator, you employ the use of incinerator. Very important. Point number 10, make sure your stocks, you buy them only from reputable source. Don't buy birds anyhow. Go to registered place. Go to a place you are sure and buy your stocks. Don't buy birds anyhow and bring them to your farm. You could be bringing infection, diseases to your farm. Point number 11, let me talk to you on rodents. Do you know rodents? I'm talking about rats and other things that could bring diseases to your farm. Check the activities, set traps, buy rodenticides, put medicine for them, chemicals that they could easily eat and die. So control the use of rodent in your farm. Your farm implement, very important. Don't go out to borrow farm implement from farm A to come and use in your own farm. Please make sure that is totally disallowed. discourage it in your farm. All things to be work in your farm must and should be gotten within your farm. So, example, don't go and borrow wheelbarrow from different farm to your farm. Because if you make it a habit, you could be carrying infection to your farm. Last but not the least, I'm going to discuss on what is called sensitization. Yes, you are just watching at me now. You're listening to me. I'm giving you value, knowledge. Now, you need to carry this knowledge to your workers down. So make sure this knowledge is given down to earth. What do I mean by that? Your workers oftentimes in the farm did not even attend primary one. So you need to sensitize them. That's another factor. All that you know concerning biosecurity, sit down with them and educate them. Teach them. You can do that yourself or employ the use of animal scientists, professionals. Your vet, call them. We are there for you. Call us. Let's educate them on this. These are very important tips that you should know in your farm so that you will safeguard your stock. I hope you find these tips very helpful in your farm. I want you to subscribe to this channel by making it a household name. Invite friends and well-wishers so that we will grow together. Thank you very much.